Ooh, I'm having a negative review. I don't usually have negative thoughts. I hope that by the time Moonspell comes out, some of the quality control is under control. Like, if this is the kind of like predecessor wave to Moonspell Magic, it's kind of like concerning. Good morning and welcome back, or just welcome if you're new. It's B and I've got a doll review for you. Today, Frankie Stein, the last, certainly not least, of our core refresh version 2 wave. I am excited and feeling just a little bit guilty because poor Frankie has been sitting here for probably a week now, just in their box watching all of the free dolls around them live their lives. um, but today's the day we're finally going to get them out and really check them out and see what their new core refresh has to offer. I'm pretty excited from what I've seen. The hair on this Frankie is really nice. Just in packaging, it doesn't look great. So I'm hoping that when it comes out, it has some of that volume that they're showing here in this little display picture here. Um, I love a good crimp, so I'm very excited to see that. Just a quick look at the back of the box before we destroy it. I really like the artwork of Frankie in this refresh wave. Their new things are electrifying earbuds and gooey apple pie as their monster must-haves. And I like that Watsy is kind of skewing more dragon this time than robot or cyborg. So yeah, first impressions, let's get them out and get our full opinion on the new Frankie Stein. Boop! All right, Frankie is out of the box. I am not super impressed right out of the box. Not gonna lie. First of all, I really like this sweater vest they have on. Like, this color scheme is really nice. I like the incorporation of that, like, bright green and blue in there. It's really cool for them, and I like it a lot better than their original core sweater vest. So I was kind of excited to get this one, but it's completely just one top. Like, all 3 layers of this top are all just one sewn together piece. Which, like, I don't know. As someone that restyles, like, every single, I mean, like, look at all my Frankies. None of them are in their correct outfits. I restyle all of my dolls, so, like, when I get excited about a piece that I want to use and I think that I can get a lot of use out of for a lot of different dolls, it's really disappointing to have it sewn on top of 2 other pieces that very well could have been their own pieces and also could have been super good basics to put with other stuff. So, not really happy about that personally. I don't know, I guess probably not like a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but like, I don't know, it's a little bit lazy. They've done a plain white t-shirt for Frankie before. They could have just put that underneath and then given them like blue versions of the black netting that they give Nephra, or like, I don't know, they've done so many characters with like the, half fishnet sleeves. They very well could have recolored it and used the patterns again for this Frankie. So that's a little frustrating. I do really like this asymmetrical skirt that they have on. I like this like peek out of the like pink and blue plaid. Kind of like houndstoothy looking print inside the plaid too, which is cool. And then this pleather is nice, and it's like mixed fabric material, or mixed fabric piece, which is cool for Frankie. I think it very much goes with their vibe. And then their boots, kind of basic. I like the lightning bolt. I feel like they've had quite a few different combat boots in black, so it's not super exciting. I would say that's kind of the theme of this Frankie so far, is just like not super exciting, which is disappointing because, like I said, I was actually pretty excited to get them out of their box and check them out. But yeah, fashion aside, I mean, I think the base doll is really cool. This watch is nice. I like their little pink watch. And they've got a cool chunky studded bracelet, which is nice. I like these zipper earrings. Those are cool. Their makeup looks really nice. They have like a nice little shimmer in the corner. It's like it's like really light. You can see it there. It's got like a nice like shimmer on the under line of the eye and then into the corner. It's pretty. And then their makeup's really base. Besides, they've got a nice like pale pink lip, more of like a nude tone, and then pretty light blush on. I was right to be concerned about the volume of the hair before I opened. It obviously did not retain any volume after being packaged, and I don't know, probably didn't have as much volume as it looked like it did anyways, but I do really like the crimps in their hair. It's nice. It's like mildly, like, I don't know, I'm gonna want to wash their hair, so I'm like, are the crimps going to maintain? And even like so, I really didn't get crimped all the way through. There's a lot of like straight hair mixed in there. So, I don't know, they could have done better, I think. I'm gonna check my rooting, because the rooting's not been great on these refresh dolls, if I'm being totally honest. Looks okay. Ooh, I'm having a negative review. I don't usually have negative thoughts. Overall, the aesthetics of these dolls, this core line refresh was really good. And I had like not high expectations, because I know that there's stuff going on behind the scenes, but like, standard expectations for this line. So I think kind of consistently I've had some issue with the doll. Like my Claudine's rooting was pretty bad underneath the top pony that they gave her. Laguna's rooting was pretty thin also. Shrek, I just had a really hard time finding a good face for her. It's just been a little bit of a disappointing rollout for this line, and I really hope that some things get under control before they start putting out more dolls for the year. I don't know, that's that, I guess. Let me look at their accessories really quickly. I mentioned earlier, I like that Watsy is more draconic this time than like robotic. It's a fun little change up for Watsy. Sunglasses. It's kind of got like a chain link design, like a very like neon green. Oh yeah, I do like their leg. It's really cute. It says Watsy on it, and it's got a little doggy picture. That's cute. I do like their new leg. And like I do like the doll overall. I just wish like at the very least, if they were gonna like cheap out on the clothing articles and not give us separates to piece with other things, I wish they would have given them like proper crimps in their hair, so that when I restyle this doll, the crimps like, pull through to the next style that I give them. Because really, at the end of the day, like I said, I restyle everything, so it doesn't matter what they're wearing so much outside of what I want to reuse. But like, I don't know, the crimps are not what I expected. There's not as much volume as I expected. It's all good. It's all good. See, I'm like fidgeting, trying to like, it's a little bit better. I just feel like this is like the kick in the pants I need to get my own doll hair crimper. So maybe we'll just take it as a thank you to Mattel for telling me I need to start working on having what I need to customize my goals. All right, let's see. Here is Frankie's new eye coffin. It's actually pretty heavy, and sturdy, which makes sense. It's a metal casing. And then we've got a little apple pie here. And a nice comb. And we've got their big old water jug. And I was interested in their new earbuds because I'm kind of curious if they put these in as kind of like a testing for Willow Thorn from Moonspell Magic's earpiece, like her cochlear implant, because it looks pretty similar on how it'll fit on. So I'm wondering if this was kind of like a bit of a prototype moment for that. That'd make a lot of sense. Interesting. And then I think their little skulets underneath the actual headphone. You can see the bow right there. It's hard to see the like skull, but the prints under it. And then they have this kind of like crossbody deal. Or is it a fanny pack? No, it's a crossbody. I'm really not a big fan of this bag either, honestly. Their bags, that's another thing with this wave. Oh, none of their bags are functional except for Laguna's. Well, I still love Frankie. And I'm excited to, get them washed and into some fun and different ensembles. I do like the look of this. I'm just disappointed that they didn't separate this top. It could have been at least 2 different tops. This belt's kind of silly. I don't like the double belts. They haven't been holding their shape very well, especially like after they come out of packaging. They get a little squishy. What about everyone out there? Have you guys had any issues with this line? Are you disappointed in any of your ghouls? I hope that by the time Moonspell comes out, some of the quality control is under control. That's my main thing, is I'm like, well, I have a lot of Monster High dolls. I have a lot of Monster High dolls, just... That's not even all of them. So it's like, okay, one line can have kind of bad quality control, and it won't ruin my life, and it won't ruin my perspective on the brand as a whole. But if they're about to roll out a brand new doll line and their quality control is not under control, that line's not even going to perform well, and then it's going to be pointless, and we're never going to see more Moonspell. Which, like, whatever. I mean, it's important to get the Monster High stuff under control too. But just from like an overall like grand scheme perspective, like if this is the kind of like predecessor wave to Moonspell Magic, it's kind of like concerning. Just like, oh, are you guys gonna have your shit together before the new line comes out, or are we going to be dealing with these quality issues, for the rest of this year? And who knows how many waves of dolls moving forward. But all in all, I mean, kind of is what it is. We're just going to have to hope that the quality control gets taken care of. And that's really all I have to say about that. Sorry, this review wasn't like super positive. I don't like to be a negative Nancy, but I guess it's necessary sometimes. You have to be a little bit realistic. But yeah, I guess that's going to be all for us today. Check us out next time. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.